Cutting scale, guys, Nexas here, and welcome back to Destiny 2. And in today's video, guys, we are still going over some mid-season patch goodiness, and what we're looking at today is going to be, of course, the freaking gold itself, the infinitely good weapon that is going to be the Quicksilver Storm. Now, if you don't know this auto rifle, it's honestly just an absolute banger right now. This auto rifle is basically like a Lightfall sort of exclusive reward. Unfortunately, for those guys who don't have Lightfall, I'm pretty sure you guys can't obtain it, but once you do get Lightfall, you can pick it up from the postmaster, which honestly kind of sucks because this thing is a freaking banger and it's only gone and gotten freaking better. So with, of course, the catalyst, we can be strong, but in the latest mid-season patch, auto rifles as a whole got buffed by 25%, meaning that this Quicksilver Storm has gone up 25%. And if you didn't know, this went up like 40% basically in a few patches ago because it was bugged. So this has gone up like basically gone up 65% in damage over the last like 2 months, which is honestly insane. Now granted, we lost 15% because it's a strand weapon, or 10%. I know it's just a lot of percentages, but all you guys need to know is that this shoots and hits freaking hard. Now this thing is freaking disgusting right now, so we're gonna go in with it, of course, with a strand subclass and try it out. So without further ado, let's go into PvE with the GOAT, the Quicksilver Storm. Alrighty, so we are going to do a battleground because I think this is sort of the fairest way in terms of light levels and everything to kind of go in with this weapon. But the auto rifle itself, it should feel really nice. Now, as I said, this buff is for every single auto rifle in the game. And, oops, I forgot not Morlock, Icarus Stash, I mean. It's obviously going to feel pretty nice anyway in general because this weapon already was dope. But extra 25% damage, this thing should just absolutely annihilate people now. I mean, just... oh, it's gonna be so freaking good. And honestly, this is where auto rifles should really shine. I'm telling you right now. PvP, maybe they're not always the best, but PvE is where they've always been just super good. Now we just absolutely drop. Look at that half HP. Oh my god, it feels nice to be able to shoot things and actually do damage. Of course, they're gonna be coming up against every single void shield known to mankind, but my god, look at this damage. Oh my good lord. The thing you've got to look at is basically watch my other Quicksilver Storm video I did before this buff. And just look at it go in. Oh my god, I love it. I love it so much. Especially, as I said, with all these mods like Unraveling Rounds. The tangles you can kind of get going as well to suspend targets. There is so much going for it. And then obviously if you throw on as well the grenade launcher on this weapon. The Quicksilver Storm is just, it's absolutely freaking insanely good perk. Now, can I like shoot this mid-air while I'm trying to get someone? Is that like a thing? Oh! Did I tangle him? I don't think I did. But like, look at the damage. Oh my god, it's so good. So yeah, I'm already gonna say it. I know other things got buffed and everything, but my good god, the freaking Quicksilver Storm is just gonna be like something you gotta look at, especially with the catalyst. You can go in without the catalyst, but obviously you want to be getting that extra the grenade and everything, and the strand damage kind of going as well. But yeah, I will definitely say that it's dope altogether. I just love it so much, as I said. Especially because I do have, obviously, the consuming grenade to give me unraveling rounds too. I just can't get over how freaking good a buff like this does for a weapon. It honestly makes it absolutely cracked out its mind. I know there will be people as well who will be like, oh my god, it's so bad. I jumbo special weapon for GMs and everything. Yeah, you can use whatever build you want, guys. It's just nice though, for funness anyway, to be able to go in with like a bullet hose of a weapon and actually do some insanely good damage. Like even against yellow bars, you can see it just annihilates. As I said, this is light level, like this is a 1600 weapon right now. So, but because I'm doing this sort of battleground, the light level doesn't really matter. That's why I wanted to do it here, so he could be like, oh, it's because you're over leveled or anything. I'm legit using the base version of it at the base damage, and it's still just absolutely wrecks things. And as I said, with all the mods and stuff, it's honestly just freaking so good right now. I just love this change. I know they did make a bunch of changes that people might not be happy with in terms of obviously freaking other things they nerfed, but I think this change for PvE weapons, it just feels so good. Like even against the big ass yellow bars, it just makes it mean that I don't have to run double special weapons to actually freaking do damage. I can actually just run a normal freaking weapon like an auto. And as I said, when you get things like the unraveling rounds going, or the suspension as well, because I do have the mod, you can see suspending going with strand weapons. It is just, it's so good. I'm telling you right now, it's just an absolute godsend. Oh my god, I got blasted by something. Wait, what? As I said, the main thing I just love about it is that the red bar is actually just nice so fast. Like, I mean, being able to absolutely just blast things, and even like if you're using a hand cannon or whatever, being able to one-shot and stuff, it is honestly super, super nice. And as I said, because the Quicksilver Storm is strand, you can see all my little threadlings and everything going. It is really, really dope now just for that. Just in terms of like strand builds and everything too. I know the grapple got nerfed and stuff, but it's just really, really dope, I think, altogether that they have made this change, because PvE was feeling super spongy. I'm not gonna lie. PvE honestly felt like just so bad because everything just took like a million years to die. But Now I can actually shoot at things and they might actually die. And especially with how quick this fires and everything. And with the extra, as I said, those unraveling rounds or just even just other things like mods going in with it as well. I just think that right now the Quicksilver Storm is, you gotta try it out in PvE. I know everyone like probably just wants to use an exotic, like a heavy exotic or something. Or like Wave Splitter and all them are doing really well. But it is just really nice that if you want to have like a nice chill sort of PvE session, being able to just go in with this alone is all you need. Like I have a freaking All here, and I have freaking what's it called, my, I can't even remember the name, but I have my freaking LMG on as well, and I'm barely even using this. Like I have so much ammo for this. I should be using this, which a lot of people will, but it's nice that when I'm doing a strike like this or a freaking event, I can just kind of spam out an auto rifle and actually just do work. I mean, that's what I think PvE has been missing for a while in terms of like just funness and everything. It used to, you had to basically be sweating your nuts off to be any sort of viable, but now I can do what I want. I can have some fun just messing around with a normal ass primary, which goes in really, really well. Like he's just a yellow bar and I'm just absolutely shred his HP away now. He's a special, and there we go. That's a special weapon, or freaking what's called, the primary gets the big ass yellow bar, and I'm doing work. Against the red bar, you can just absolutely drop. So yeah, I just think this change is just an absolute banger. It's basically, boys, this is pod racing. This is what pod racing freaking is. Look at that real quick, though. And I actually need to keep consuming this freaking grenade. I keep forgetting because it gives me basically infinite suspensions. Like, you can see everything just suspends when you kill them. It's so freaking good. Now, I need to get this guy instead. Can I suspend something? What the hell? Nothing got suspended there. But you know what? It doesn't matter because we're apparently just shredding these. Look at that. There we go. Look at that suspension. That's what I'm talking about. Like, it goes in so freaking well if you need to be sweaty and everything. But before that, it still is a solid ass weapon. I mean, look at the yellow bar. It's just getting absolutely annihilated by primary. What? Oh, the damage is freaking nutty sometimes. Bye-bye. Apparently, you're just gonna dip in my ass like that. What the? Strand is just that good right now with the different, like, freaking mods and everything. You want to be using it because it just goes in. Like, you can see, obviously against shields, it's not great, but against just any sort of freaking health bar, it just annihilates. I'm telling you. It's a big buff. 25% to auto rifles is a huge buff to them because these were already somewhat decent. Obviously, SMGs were taking the show, but these weren't bad by any stretch of the imagination, but now they've just gotten like so much freaking juice here. Like you see, it's just so nice to kind of go in with. And the thing is that I'm not even spamming out the grenade launcher. The grenade launcher basically just one-shot so many different types of enemies, and it will make me those tangles too, which that's what the catalyst does. So that's one thing that's really good about it as well. So if I actually shoot this now, you'll see a bunch of things that get tangled and die and everything. So that's another reason I would suggest you use the Quicksilver Storms, that with the catalyst and everything, it goes in really, really well for just dealing with like tons of different sort of engagements. Ad clear, freaking sham killing, you name it, it will be freaking good. Buddy, can you just leave me alone for a sec? Oh my god, I'm gonna get killed by the freaking AI. Oh, I'm gonna die to a bot. Oh yeah, though, this is definitely pod racing. I need to use this weapon actually. I need to review the actual weapon I'm meant to be reviewing, but this is the true pod racing, boys, like you can see. Just so good, especially as I said with unraveling rounds. You got the freaking nano missile coming in a clutch every now and again. I just love it so much. The goat has freaking become more goated. As I said, this was good before this buff happened. Obviously, when that 40% increase happened, it's just gotten even better. As it says, basically like a 65% increase in damage, which honestly is pretty freaking insane if you think about it. There's like a million different ways to use this against the freaking champs and everything, which I think is really nice about it too. And as I said, it's just fun, guys. As I said, I am no freaking esoteric or freaking god tier PvE player, but one thing I really am good at, and I strive to be good at, is having fun in PvE. Like you can see, I'm ass. My whole super just went into the freaking turret. But yeah, one thing I do strive to have is fun in PvE. You can definitely see that this thing, it's an absolute blast. Throw on, of course, this Weaver's Trance, and I mean, there's just no stopping this weapon right now. PvE, this is the GOAT, boys. The freaking GOAT. I know Striga is there too. Don't get me wrong, Striga is there. But when it comes to actual, like, Strand builds, Quicksilver Storm, you gotta try it out. It's absolute freaking menace right now. Well, that is it for me. And as I said, the Quicksilver Storm, I mean, this thing is just goated now, boys. I'm telling you. I already kind of knew it was good anyway before the patch. And the last video I did, I even said that this is going to be super dope before this patch happens. But now this thing is just, it's beautiful. It tears through enemies so fast. And it's honestly super fun. As I said, this isn't exactly, like, it'll do well GMs. Don't get me wrong. This will be really solid to kind of, like, suspend, do damage and everything. But this is more of a weapon, I feel like it's just an absolute blast to kind of casually play like PvE or do strikes with and just absolutely annihilate things. It honestly feels sort of like the Striga does with that build with the Weaver's Trance and everything. I know that build is insane too, but this just feels somewhat similar to it. It's not as suspendy, but it's definitely as powerful in terms of damage and everything. And as I said, it just feels really, really nice now, especially with the grenade prepped when you need to obviously do extra damage to kind of yellow bars or whatever. Getting the tangles going, get the weaver strands going, shoot the tangle, get some damage. It's honestly so freaking good right now. So yeah, I know I don't generally do PvE too often by itself, but this is too hard to pass up on because, as I said, it's an absolute blast PvE. So 100% will say that if you want to have some fun PvE, if you want to, like, I don't know, shoot the breeze in a freaking strike or whatever, Quicksilver Storm is there. Get the caddy on it as well if you want to do some strand stuff. Take the caddy off or just obviously buy it back from collection if you want to do some extra damage too. But overall, the Quicksilver Storm and its freaking 65% freaking buff. It's true pod racing, boys. That's all I'm going to say. It is true pod racing. This thing is so freaking good right now. But regardless, if you like the video, just like, anyone to see more content, subscribe, and fantastic day. And hopefully I'll see you the next collective in the next one.